Hello, my name is George Hoger. Today I will be showing you how to reline a spinning reel and tie on your favorite lure. Here we have a normal fishing pole set up with a spinning reel. This part of the reel is called the spool. This right here is the bail. When you open the bail, it releases line, and when you close the bail, it keeps tension in the line. In order to choose the appropriate line type for your reel, you should look at the spool and notice here where it says line capacity. Here it indicates the line weight and the amount of line this spool can hold at that weight. In this case I chose 10-pound test, so this spool should be able to hold 120 yards. In order to reline a fishing pole, the tools you'll need is a small knife or a pair of scissors, a scale, your new line, and your favorite lure, and of course the rod. Always take caution while using knives and sharp scissors, just due to the fact that it is a sharp object and you could end up cutting yourself. Quick caution here about fishing line. It seems rather harmless, but if you do get it wrapped around your finger or something and pull, it can cut you. Caution working with fishing hooks. Obviously they're sharp and you can get hooked if not careful. To start relining your pole, you need to take off the old line. So in order to do that, we have to cut off our old bait. So take your small knife or scissors and cut off your old bait. Set that bait aside. Pull your line all the way through the eyes of the rod. Open up the bail of the reel and strip all of the old line off. Now when you strip all the line off and you get to the point where it's actually tied to the spool, get your knife or pair of scissors and carefully cut this knot. Try not to nick your spool here and make a burr, because if you get a burr on your spool, you can nick your line and that will weaken it. The next step is to tie our new line onto the spool while leaving the bail open. I'm going to show you an example on a coffee can with some rope so it's easier to see. Now this coffee can is going to represent the spool of my reel, and my rope is going to represent the line. Now the line is going to come down over the top of the spool. First, you will tie an overhand knot in the end of the line. Pull it tight, and then take the line and go around your spool like so. Now this line here is going to be going out of the spool to the entire ball of new line, and this is going to be your tag end. So take your tag end and go behind the line, the other line, wrap around the other line twice with the tag end. Once, twice. Come back over this line here, around the line, going to all of your new line once, and back through this hole you just created. And pull it tight. So now you have this tag end, which you can cut the excess off, and the line going to all of your new line secured to your spool like so. Now I'm going to do it for real. take my line and make a overhand knot. Okay. Now you cut off the extra tag. Like so. Now at this time, we have our new line tied onto our spool with the bail open. That's critical. Now we can close the bail and set our spool of new line onto the floor next to us. Making sure that the line pulls off the reel smoothly and is not trying to unwind all weird pointing towards the ground. Now, holding the line going to the spool with my right hand, applying slight pressure to make sure that the line goes onto the spool tightly and not loose. I start to reel in. And reeling in will pull line off of the new line spool and onto the spool on my reel. Make sure you don't hold too tight or else you'll burn yourself, but don't hold too loose because you do not want loose line on your spool. Continue this until your line balls up and there is about a 1/16 of an inch of line to the edge of your spool. Using your scale, check to make sure that there is roughly 16-inch gap from the line to the edge of the reel. As you can see, I'm pretty close. You don't have to be exactly 1/16 of an inch. It's just if you have too much line, it'll just come off your spool and make a big balled up mess. But if you don't have enough line, you'll run out faster. Now that you have enough line on your spool, you can cut the line from the new line using your knife and start running the line from your spool up through the eyes of your pole. So open up your bail and start running the line up through the eyes. Once you have your line ran through all the eyes on your pole, close the bail of your reel so you don't have any more slack line coming off the spool. Now I'm going to show you how to tie on your favorite lure. Using my fake lure to represent a normal lure and my line, my rope to represent line. So what you want to do is take the line from your pole and go through the eye of the lure and get a good amount, pull a good amount out, twist it around itself 7 times. And put it through this hole you created. Like so. Now take the tag again and put it through the new hole you created right here where my thumb is. So come up and go through this. Once I pulled it tight, you should have a knot that looks something like this. If you have extra tag here, just cut it off. Make sure you test your knot by holding your lure in a place you know you're not going to be hooked and pulled tight. If your knot is not good, it will come undone and your line will slide off, your knot will slide off. But if it is, it should stay secure. Now I'm going to do it for real. Before I do this, I just want to say again, be careful. Hooks are sharp. So I'm going to take my line from my pole and come through the eye of the fishing lure. In this case, I'm using a jig head. Again, hold your lure in a place where you know you cannot get hooked and pull tight, making sure your knot is secure. If your knot is bad, it will just slide right out. Now, in the case of a jig, you need to add a skirt. So you take your skirt, and this one you open up this end, exposing the body. Take your hook, run it through the middle of the body, coming all the way down through the body of the jig until the tip of the hook is back here by the tail, and run it up through the side of the jig. So now your hook's coming through, and press it on the rest of the way so it's straight. So now that you know how to reline your fishing pole, tie in your favorite lure, hope you catch lots of fish.